life. Life is full of experiences. Life is filled with experiences. You know what I'm saying? Because the biggest thing you can learn, or the biggest way for you to learn, is from your experiences. You feel me? It's like somebody can tell you it. They can tell you what to do, right? A lot of people can tell you. Let me show my face. What's up, y'all? A lot of folks can tell you, man, do this, this, and that. For you to win, you got to do this, this, and that. And there is a few people that will listen to you, right? There's a few people that will listen to you, but a lot won't, because a lot of people learn off of life experiences. And there's something to that as well. It's a lot to that. You know, it's like they always say, you can take somebody, you can take somebody to the water, but you can't make them drink, man. You feel me? It's like a lot of things you're going to go through in life. Somebody can tell you what to do, but until you go through it, then you come back. A lot of people come back and be like, man, you was right. You feel me? You was right. I should have did it this way. I should have did it that way. You feel me? So the best experiences in life is you going through those experiences. Now, of course, the smart ones, you're going to look at somebody's situation and be like, man, I ain't trying to go through that. You feel me? I ain't trying to go through that. Like, nah, bruh. But that leads me into the Nicki Minaj conversation. You know what I'm saying? My experience with the Nicki Minaj concert, you feel me? That was my first time experiencing a concert from Nicki Minaj in person. You feel me? And I just feel like it was a great experience. You feel me? It was a very, I feel like it was a little bit personal, because a lot of the songs that Nicki Minaj was performing, a lot of them was the songs that I really like from her. You feel me? And so I just personally feel like some things, some records, certain songs you listen to, they hit different when you hear it live. You know what I mean? Because it's a different type of energy, especially when you at a concert and everybody in the crowd is singing the same records. You know what I mean? That's a different type of experience. You had to be there to really understand and capture that moment in time and the energy that you could feel in the Coliseum. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say certain things in life, you have to just go and experience it. You know what I mean? The best teacher is always going to be experience. You feel me? Like, really, like, I just personally feel like sometimes, even when it comes to loved ones, when it comes to your children, you can tell them a lot, like, hey, don't do this, don't do that. But until they go through it in real life, until they experience certain things, nothing beat that experience that you have. So when I'm referencing that to the Nicki Minaj concert, right? The experience, that's why I say certain records, when you listen to them, you listen to it on your download or however you listen to your music, right? Certain songs hit different when you hear them live. And not only you hear them live, you also hear it with other people that share the same sentiment that you feel, or that you that energy that you display when that record come on. That's a whole different type of feeling to the game. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole different type of understanding, you know? So that's why I said certain records, yeah, they may not hit when you hear them initially, or you be like, I didn't really like that song. But once that record is put out live, you know what I mean? Whether it's a live band, or the artist is doing it live, rapping it or singing the songs live for you, and you got a whole bunch of people around you, you know what I'm saying? A sold out crowd, and that record come on and everybody in the audience is singing it. As an artist, I mean, I only could imagine how that feeling feel, but just imagine your favorite song come on, your favorite Nicki Minaj song come on, and it's like the person next to you is singing it. The one to your right is singing it. The one to your left is singing it. You feel me? Everybody around you is singing those records, man. It's a different type of feeling, man. You know, it's a different type of feeling. So that's why I say, certain things you have to go by experience. I can tell you, just like when people say, man, I was outside back in the days when this record came out, meaning they were out listening to it. Everybody had the CD, or, you know what I mean? They was listening to it in their car, back in my era, right? The 90s, early 2000s, we was, once the CDs came out, we used to pop the disc open, look at the credits, you know what I'm saying? Open the disc, slide the disc in the CD player. You feel me? You sit in the parking lot at the record store parking lot. We used to have Tower Records. You know what I'm saying? There was a few record stores you used to be able to go to out here in the Bay Area that had Rasputin Records. You know what I'm saying? But it's like it was a different type of feeling when you pop the CD in. I know I'm sounding old school, right? But that's what we used to do, like in the early 2000s, in the 90s, late 90s. You get the CD, right? You buy your CD, right? You go to your car, you peel a plastic off the CD, put the CD in the CD player in the car, and you read the credits, the insert credits of the album on your CD. Man, it was a different type of feeling to that, right? So, like, to somebody today that's like, man, all I do is download. What the hell is a CD? You won't understand that feeling. You have no idea what that feeling was back then when you used to want to read the credits and see who produced the beat, who was all writing on this song. You know what I mean? And so what I'm by saying that, I'm saying this. When it comes to going to concerts, it's a whole different feeling when you hear the record live, because some songs, you know what I'm saying, that you really didn't care for as much, they hit different when you hear them live, let alone the whole crowd is singing the record with you. Man, that's a whole different type of energy, man. That's a whole different type of understanding, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's my whole thing. You know? So when I think about the Nicki Minaj, right? The concert, with her concert, I only can imagine, because when she came out here to Oakland Coliseum, man, it was cracking. It was cracking. There was a lot of people. It was sold out. Man, everybody was singing every record. What you know about that? You feel me? Sold out crowd, everybody singing every lyrics. Even before Nicki Minaj came on stage, they was playing some of the records that she wasn't going to perform. And I put it on my Instagram too. Even on my Twitter, there's some couple of clips I put up there. And the songs she didn't do live before she came out and started doing her performance, right? They was playing certain records that she wasn't going to perform, and the whole crowd was singing it. See, that's a different type of energy, man. That's a different type of energy where, they playing records, you know what I'm saying? And especially off her first album, Pink Friday. You know what I'm saying? The first one. Certain records come on, the DJ playing them. You feel me? And then Roman's Revenge come on. Everybody in the crowd singing her whole verse, line for line. I'm telling you, it's a different type of experience when you hear it live. You feel me? It's a different type of feeling when you hear it live because it's like, man. Yeah. It's a different type of feeling. And that's why on my last video, I was talking about impact. See, that's impact right there. That's just not an average fan. You know, when they singing records that's 15 years old, like they brand new, and the whole crowd is singing it. I seen some younger folks in there, you know what I'm saying, older folks. It was a very different, I would say, a very diverse, you know what I'm saying, very diverse concert, and everybody was singing the Nicki words line for line. And that's why I say it's a whole different type of feeling when you hear it live. When you hear it live, it hit different, man. It definitely hit different. It's not the same. You feel me? And that's why I say certain records, you got to hear them live. You can't just expect, you hear it and you like, oh, okay, that's cool. But when you hear it live, it just hits different, man. It really does. You know? And that's what I'm saying. So if you thinking about going to the Nicki Minaj concert, I strongly agree with it. You should check it out. Especially, I mean, if you're a Nicki fan, I mean, definitely you should go to the concert. If you can't make it, try to support in different ways. But I'm just telling you, when you hear them records live and everybody in the crowd singing it line for line, man, it don't get no better than that. I ain't gonna even tell you. I've been to a couple of concerts in the past, and they wasn't singing them line for line. You feel me? They was not singing them records line for line. It was a lot of head nods and but they wasn't singing them lyrics line for line. And keep in mind, we're talking about records that's over 15, almost 15 years old, bro. You know what I mean? That's a whole different feeling. And so that's why I say, man, impact is everything. Now, don't get me wrong. I feel like early in Nicki career, especially the second album, even I gotta say the Queen album. I'll say the Roman's Revenge album and the Queen album. I felt like Nicki was really trying to chase a hit. Even though them albums were good, don't get me twisted. But when she just get in her bag, like the Pink Print and the first album, Pink Friday, and this last album she just put out, the Pink Print too. Oh no, the Pink, was it the Pink? Yeah, it's the Pink Tape too, is what she put out. So I just personally felt like with those albums particular, that she just really just went in and just, did the record she felt that she wanted to do, as opposed to just chasing a hit. And so I think that's why this last album is even more successful, or will be more successful than her recent albums, prior to that, because I don't personally think she was trying to chase a hit as much as she was with the Queen album and with the Roman's Revenge album. You feel me? And like I said, even though I like them albums, don't get me twisted, I just felt like she was trying to catch a hit on those albums, and it kind of took away a little bit of the steam. But overall, I mean, I can't say Nicki put out a whack album. I can't say that. No, I would not say that. None of her albums were completely whack. And that's and if you think about that, right? Anybody that's been putting out a lot of albums, if you look at the history of most artists, when they put out a lot of albums, man, they tend to put out some stuff. You be like, man, this you didn't have to put this one out. You feel me? But that come with experience as well. You feel me? But that's what I'm saying, man. You gotta understand that experience, you know? And it's like a lot of people will definitely going to have their opinions about, the concert. And anybody that went to the concert or thinking about or looking to go to the concert, you can definitely let me know. I dropped the link. I got the link in there. If you want to come up live, we can have a conversation about Nicki. I also got a second conversation on there. Would you leave if your partner cheated? You know what I mean? Would you leave if your partner cheated, man? Huh? Now, really think about that too, because that's a loaded question. There's really more to it than what you think. But I'm just saying, would you leave if your partner cheated? So that's the follow up. Got two different topics. Anybody want to tap in, you can hit the link. I'll bring you right on up and we can have that conversation. But you got to experience, man. You got to experience it. Just like, back in the days, like I mentioned, we used to listen to the CDs in the car and read the credits. That's a whole different experience, man. Yeah, y'all, what I'm saying? Y'all young folks today don't know nothing about popping in the CD. You know what I mean? Reading the credits, see who wrote what, you know? And something back in the I would say the late 90s, maybe even the early 2000s, they used to have an insert in on there showing you what artist, if it was on a major label or a no limit type label, you would see they would let you know who's coming soon, what album is coming up next. Merchandise. If you want to purchase merchandise, it had a link, that you can click on. Well, at least go to the website or you can purchase merchandise, man. It was a whole different aura to it, man. It was a whole different vibe, you know? You had to be outside to understand the conversation I'm talking about with it. You feel me? You had to be outside, you know? And it's like, I'm just saying, it's a whole different experience. It's a whole different understanding in those situations, you know? So that's what I'm saying. You had to be there to understand. You know? And it's like, I'm trying to think, what was the last concert I went to prior to this recent concert I just went to? I'm trying to think, what was the last concert I went to? Oh, wait a minute, Future. I went to Future concert last year. I went to Future concert. I'm tripping. I did mention that a couple of lives ago. So I went to Future concert and that was cracking. But I gotta say, the Nicki concert by far was the best out of the two. Shout out to Future though, but I'm just saying, man. I felt like Nicki, they spent a whole lot more money on production. With Future concert, he had this big black blow up doll. I want to say, I mean, no disrespect, that's what it was. Future had this big blow up doll, what I'm saying, on the back of the stage, just sitting there. You know what I mean? So that's what he had going on. And it was just him walking back and forth on the stage. And then, it's Future and friends. So, you know what I'm saying? Mr. Fab, you know what I mean? He came out and got the North, got the East, got the West with me, So I'm always happy to see Mr. Fab, you know what I'm saying, out of Oakland, man. So, Fab did his thing and a few other cats came out, but yeah, man. That was the last concert I went to prior to Nicki was Future. But I'm sorry, Future, man. I know your money up big now, but doing that concert, it wasn't, I'm not gonna say it was low budget, but it wasn't as cracking as Nicki tour is. You know what I mean? And that's no shade, man. No shade. Just facts. You know? And that's the thing too, man. When it comes to these concerts, it's a whole different type of vibe too. It's a whole different vibe. You gotta have a totally different understanding when it comes to these you know what I mean, to the doing a concert. You can't just do it like you in the studio making the song. That's why for years, me personally, I only like to go to like outside of Nicki Minaj and the Future concert I went to last year. I mostly only like to go to R&B concerts because a lot of the rappers, it's kind of like they just sitting in the studio. You feel me? Like they just walking around stage, holding their nuts. Yeah, you know what I mean? I don't, I'm like, man, I'm spending more money. First of all, I done downloaded your album, I done bought your album. So it's like when I see you live, I want you to put on a show. Like that's what I'm paying for. You feel me? So it's like, man, you can't even put on a show for me. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna just go on stage and kind of perform it like the record. So if the song is real mellow, they're gonna come out like they performing it in the studio. Nah, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I do like about the Nicki Minaj concert. She really give you your dollars worth. You know what I'm saying? She really get on stage and really do her 1-2 and put on a show for you. She got the dancers with her, you know. And they do different little set props and everything. So the setup for this tour, man, I gotta say, it was set up right. You know what I'm saying? Pink Friday 2 World Tour, man, I gotta say, it's set up right. You get that, the money that you spend to go see a Nicki Minaj concert is it's well spent because the production, everything that they set up for you, I gotta say that, they spent some money on it. So it's really worth going to see it. I definitely recommend it. And like I said, on top of that, some of those records on them albums, you may have forgot about, or some of the records were like, okay, it was okay. But when you hear it live, when you hear some of the records that you thought was okay and they come on live, you just be like, oh, yeah, it hit different. And that's why I say it's all about the experience, man. The experience is totally different sometimes than when you hear the record live. It's a whole different thing. Hit that like button as y'all come on in. You know what I'm saying? That's how you show support to the channel. You know? Hit that like button. You new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate you. But I'm just saying with the Nicki Minaj concert experience, it's definitely, I'm be honest with you, I'm trying to think. This really going to be the biggest, unless somebody come out, unless, hold on. I just read somewhere, let me see if I can pull it up, but I just read somewhere. I think with Drake concert, they had to cancel some of the shows because the tickets wasn't selling. And that ain't no shot to Drake. I ain't dissing Drake. That ain't what it's about. I'm just speaking facts. So what I'm saying is, for the type of show that Nicki Minaj is doing, the stage presence, the stage props and everything, you could tell was some lot of money that was spent on this tour. You know what I mean? And so for her to be selling out the way she's selling out, 15 years later, come on, man. Y'all got to give it up. Y'all got to give it up to Nicki, man. And the experience, the sound system, everything was top notch. And I would love to hear from somebody that, seen her perform her recent tour, because I think she was just in Vegas. I want to say her last show was in Vegas. So if anybody in Vegas that's been to the Nicki Minaj show or the one I went to out in Oakland, if anybody been there, I got the link on there. If y'all want to talk about Nicki Minaj, you can hit the link, come on up, and we can chop it up. You know what I'm saying? Have a conversation tonight. You know? And it's like, I'm just saying, when it comes to Nicki and some of the records, man, they hit different when they come on live. And like I said, when I went to the concert, man, even before she came out, the DJ is playing the songs. Some of those songs hit different when the crowd, everybody singing them. Roman Revenge, come on. I forgot what other record they played. Everybody in the crowd just singing it, line for line. That's a whole different experience when you hear it live. It's like, man, you hear that live, you like, oh my goodness. Like that really hit different, man. And that's why I say when you go to the concert, it's a whole different experience than just listen to the album. Download, listen to however you listen to your album on iTunes, Spotify, Tidal, however you listen to your album, right? It's totally different when you hear it live. And not only that, you got a whole bunch of people around you that's loving the record just like you do. And so everybody's singing the record, you know what I mean? Because when certain records come on, I'm looking in the crowd and everybody's just singing the words line for line, hyped. I'm like, okay, okay. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, yeah, this go. It's lightweight jamming. You feel me? And so I'm like, oh my goodness. Yeah, everybody just lit. And that's why I say certain things you have to be there to experience to understand that energy. Because that energy, man, you know what I'm saying? That energy is a whole different thing when you know what I'm saying? Everybody is feeling as they in a zone. You know what I mean? Everybody is, it's like you get engulfed with the energy of everybody around you because it's all positive vibes. It's like a different thing when you at a show like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you gotta experience it. You know what I mean? And it don't even have to be Nicki Minaj. It could be anybody, some artist is coming in town you've been wanting to see. I recommend to go see them. Because right now it's a lot of R&B acts. My nose at you. It's a lot of R&B acts that's touring right now. So this is a good time to go see them as well. You know what I mean? Because like I said, a lot of those records hit different when you hear it live. But with Nicki Minaj, I gotta say, man, when she was singing them live, it's like you see through me, and you know, it's like a few records I really was one of my favorites. And when she performed them, man, and everybody in the crowd singing it too. This time won't you save me? This time won't you save me? Yeah, man, when them records like that come on, man, I'm like, okay. I'm telling you, it's shocking, man. It was a beautiful experience. Worth checking it out, you know? And that's why I say, man, you gotta go. Go check it out. And the other conversation I wanted to have, right? The second conversation I want to have on here, I was going to talk about would you leave if your partner cheated on you? Now really think about that. I said that earlier in this live, right? You got to really think about it. If your partner cheat on you, would you leave them? Like really think about it. Don't just be quick to answer it. Don't be quick to answer it. Because remember, with your partner, right? And now it is a bad situation, right? If your partner cheat on you, I give you that, right? I can understand that. But think about this, right? What if with this partner, what if y'all have a business together? What if you have property together? Right? So I always say this. I mean, I'm not saying condone cheating or It's okay. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is, even though that's a horrible thing to do, because I have been cheated on myself, you know what I mean? And I have cheated on someone. I'm not going to lie. But at the same time, right? You got to think about it. Would you leave your partner if your partner cheated on you, right? Because, like I said, what if you have property together? You have a house together? What if you have kids together? Like, that's something you got to really think about than making a quick decision. Even though your partner took away your decision because they didn't come to you first before they did it, right? So they kind of put you in a bad situation from to begin with. But all I'm saying is weigh out your options. You know what I mean? I know that's a hard pill to swallow. I'm not saying this is for everyone. I'm just giving you my opinion about it though. But if your partner cheated on you, right? For me personally, I'll be mad initially. Then I would have to assess the situation, meaning I have to figure out, is this relationship worth saving? See, for me, I'm not a quick reactor. You know, I need time to let it marinate and for me to figure out what my next move gonna be. You know, that's how I've been in life in general. You know what I'm saying? As I became older and wiser, a lot of times when you make decisions in an emotional setting or an emotional mindset, usually it comes back and you know and put you in a bad situation, or it makes you make a decision unrational. And a lot of times you make a bad decision because you just so emotional, or you so out of it because you can't believe your partner cheated on you. But that's where you have to control yourself and think about the situation. Think about the outcome if you do separate. Think about what's going to be an issue if you have kids, you know, challenges you have to deal with. Like, you got to really think about all those things. Because this, you know, I always say this is not high school. We talking about grown adults. And on top of that, right? Is it even worth leaving? You know what I mean? Like, I know that's a loaded question, right? It's very loaded and it's very complex for certain individuals. Some people gonna be like, "Oh man, I'm gone." You know what I'm saying? But to me, if you really love a person, you're not gonna make a quick decision if you're gonna leave them or not. That's how I feel about it. You're not so quick to react and just go off because of the history you may have with this person, because of if it's kids involved, how they're going to be affected, business involved. If you need to separate, how is that going to be handled? You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot more complex than what most people think of or think about when it comes to if you're going to leave your partner. You know what I mean? So that's why I say, would you leave if your partner cheated on you? You know what I'm saying? Now, if y'all together and you don't have nothing going on, you know what I'm saying? I could see somebody just leaving, but is it really that easy when you got two or three kids with your partner? Is it really that easy if you got own businesses with your partner for you to leave? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You know? And Are you going to give the person that they cheated on with, are you going to give that person all the power? Because once you leave, right, you basically saying whoever you cheated on me with has all the power because they had enough power to separate you. That's deep, huh? That's deep. Like, really think about that. Like, for me personally, I don't like letting nobody have the power but me. You know what I'm saying? I want to have the power. So I'm not going to allow somebody to dictate or somebody else to have control of my household or force me to do a decision because, you know, because of somebody cheating. So I know that's a deep conversation. If anybody want to hit the link, you can come up. We can talk about Nicki Minaj, her concert. If you went to the concert or if you're considering going, I would like to hear your thoughts. Or you can talk about the second topic, would you leave if your partner cheated on you? That's a deep one. Come on now. I'm just saying. you know? And that's the thing. It's like, because that's one thing I always think about, right? Because I have my oldest daughter, right? She's about to turn 21. And for me personally, you know what I'm saying? Me and her mother separated at when my oldest was a young, when she was super young. So that's one thing I can say for me personally. I felt like I made the right decision, but it came at a cost. So that's why I say that's one of the reasons I'm asking, would you leave if your partner cheated? You know what I mean? Like that, it's you can be like, oh man, Sean B. Stoli, you tripping, right? You tripping, but I'm just saying, that's the $1 million question. Would you? Could you? You know what I mean? Like, can you really leave? I'm just saying. You can leave whenever you want, but at the same time, like I said, are you going to give the person that your partner cheated on you with all the power in your relationship? But then on the flip side, right? Did you truly have a relationship if they did cheat on you? I mean, like I said, you could twist and turn this so many different ways. You know what I mean? This can flip in so many different angles, you know? But that's why I say that because it's way more complex than most people want to admit or accept when it comes to that, you know? So that's what I would like to know. Anybody want to come up, you can hit the link. As y'all come on in, make sure you hit that like button. You know what I mean? That's how you show support to the channel. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. My name is Sean B. Stoll. If you're not familiar with me, all I bring to you is nothing but good game, good conversation, good motivation, and hopefully some type of inspiration, huh? But I'm just saying though, would you leave? Would you leave? See, it's not that easy when you think about it. It's not, you know. Now, like I said, I'm not saying I'm condoning that. I'm not saying I'm okay with that. I'm not saying none of that. I'm just saying a lot of times it's way more complex than just leaving. Yes, you can always leave. That is true. But do you really want to? And are you strong enough to handle that situation? You know what I'm saying? Because you got to be strong to handle that. because at the end of the day, right? You got to live with that decision for the rest of your life, you know? But if you feel like your relationship is worth saving, then I think you should stay. You know what I mean? You should stay and try to work it out. Maybe go to counseling if that's what's needed, but whatever it takes, I think, in my opinion, you should stay. But like I said, it's a gray area to everything. So certain things is, of course, any type of abuse and things like that. That's a whole different conversation. But just in general, I'm asking, would you leave if your partner cheated? You know, because it's like, what if you got years with this person, 10 years? Y'all got kids together. You got a family. You know what I mean? You have all these different things together. So do you want to just destroy everything that you built? But I guess kind of in a way they destroyed it already by them doing it, right? But I'm just saying in general, right? You want to I just don't like giving somebody, a stranger or somebody I feel like that's not as, significant or something that's temporary to have all the power in my decision making, you know? So would you leave? Let me know. Let me know, would you cheat? Would you leave if your partner cheated? A lot of people be quick to be like, yeah, I'm leaving, I'm out. But really, would you? Or would you be out for a little while and you eventually go back? You know what I mean? That's what I would like to know. Let's see who we got in here. Minaj Fever. Would you say if they cheat, the trust is gone, so you have to leave? Yeah, yeah, that's true. I agree with you on that. I agree if the trust is gone. But like I was saying earlier, I don't know if you caught the live a little bit earlier. What happens if y'all got kids together, right? What if y'all got property together? Are you just gonna split that up and you know what I'm saying? You could have property where you was gonna leave to your children. What happens to all that then if y'all splitting up and if you get remarried or if y'all married, you have a divorce, who get what? Like, would you still leave? Or do you think you can build the trust back up? That's my question to you as well, Minaj Fever. Would you still leave? Now, if y'all just, if y'all don't have nothing together, I could see you just leaving that easy, right? But what if it's kids involved? What if it's property involved? What if you have business together? Is it still that easy to leave? Hmm. What you have to say now? See, you know. You haven't responded, Minaj. What's up? What you got to say now? See, that's what I'm saying. When you add, because like I said, if I'm not. This is like real life situation. So we ain't talking about no high school stuff. This is, y'all been together. Could have been together for a while. Like I said, you may have kids, property, um, some type of investments together. What happens then? Okay. You say, yeah, I would still leave. Okay. You would still leave. Well, okay, I respect it. I respect it. Hey, I'm just putting a question out there because take the kids with me and oh wow, get a lawyer just like that. What if the kids don't want to go with you? What if the kids want to be what they, be what they, you know? See that? See now? Now I don't think that's okay though, because with the kids, why you could look like you trying to like punish your partner because because they cheated. The kids don't have nothing to do with that. I feel like that's separate. You're gonna take the kids with me and then get a lawyer. Like, whoa, hold up. What about the man? What about your partner? Like, they don't have no say so with the kids. When that person cheated, they didn't cheat on the kids. They cheated on you. You feel me? So I just feel like that's unfair. And then depending on the age of your kids, now I'm gonna hit you with another one. Depending on the age of the children, if they, I want to say 12 or older, they can actually choose what parent they want to go with. Yeah, yeah. Look, if the child or children is if they are 12 and older, I know out here in California, if the kids are 12 or older, they actually can decide what parent they want to go with. A lot of people don't know that. So you can have visitation set up where they go with each parent certain days of the week, holidays, but the child, once they reach a certain age, they can actually decide who they want to go with. And there's nothing paperwork can do or a lawyer can change that. As long as it's not no abuse or nothing like that, you can't just automatically take the kids. See, come on now. Talk to me. But okay, even if you decide to leave, yeah, he cheated on he cheated on the family. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Now that's wrong. That's cold. He didn't cheat on the kid on the family. I mean, it does affect the family. I definitely, I'm not here to deny that in any type of way, but I'm just saying, I he cheated on the family. Oh my goodness. See, nah, 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 nah. Look, I feel like this, right? When it comes to the children, right? Oh, you said, hold up, in Chicago. So here's the kids. Come with me. I'm in Chicago, so wow. I give you that. If it's Chicago, if that's the law out there, okay, I give you that. But in Cali, it's a little bit different. Wow. But look, check this out though, right? So you're gonna give the power of the so when your dude cheat on you, right? The girl he cheated on you with, you're gonna give that stranger the power in your household? Because basically that's what you're saying. So if he cheat on you, you leave, take the kids, get a lawyer. You basically allowing this complete stranger to have all the power in your decision making when it comes to your partner, your kids, whatever else y'all have together, a house, cars, whatever, right? So you're allowing this complete stranger to have all this power in your house. See, I don't like that. Now, I'm not saying it's okay to cheat. That ain't what I'm saying. I'm just saying if it happened, if you did leave, you kind of saying in so many words that you giving this complete stranger, we're gonna say it's a stranger, right? It's a stranger, person that your partner, your dude is cheating on you with. You're gonna give that stranger the all the power in your household in your decision making. I'm just saying, you know. But y'all out in Chicago, y'all do a little different. Let's see. The separation can be just as easy as cheating. You don't have to make it this hard. Okay. The power is in your decision. Is in your decision what's best for you after the fact. Okay. Okay, I give you that. I give you that. I mean, I give you that point. That's a good point. I think that's a good point. I definitely think it's a good point. I mean, it is true. The person that's cheating got to take up pretty much all the blame. I agree. I agree with you on that. But I just think that once the cheating happened, right? And you leave or whatever you decide to do, separate. I just feel like I just personally feel like you allowing somebody to like completely just tear down the whole everything you have built, not just for yourself, for the family, for whatever you have going on. I just feel like I don't know if it's worth just leaving like that, you know? What would you say? The person that he cheated with doesn't okay, yeah, that's right. Does not owe me anything. My relationship is not with them. They have no power or factor in my relationship household. But yes, they do because you're leaving. Because you wasn't leaving prior to this. Once the cheating happened, you decide to leave, take the kids and get a lawyer, right? So you are allowing that stranger or the person that your dude cheated on you with. You are giving them the power in so many words. You know what I'm saying? Because you wasn't leaving prior to this. So that is a decision that, helping making a decision, for the fact that now you leaving. You wasn't leaving prior or before this, but once this event happened, you like, I'm out, you know? So now your whole kingdom is crumbling or crumbled because of course the cheating, and this is the after effect of what the cheating caused. Okay. So he tore it down when he cheated. He created a space for them. Okay. I didn't create a space by leaving. Well, yeah, that's true. That's true. But it is a space now, though. You know what I mean? It's a space now, though. But he did tear it down. Yeah, absolutely. But it is space because now you're separated. It's not like you saying you was willing to, it's tore down, but let's stay together and try to build this thing back up. You can, earn my trust back or some form of that. You wasn't willing to do that though. You just saying, I'm out. I'm gone. Kids with me. Here's the schedule. We can meet over at we can meet over there at McDonald's, you know what I'm saying? Meet me here at a certain time frame to pick up your kids and bring them back by this time frame. But yeah, he definitely tore it down. But you saying because he cheated, he can't even have an opportunity to try to build it back up, you know, instead of you just leaving. You feel me? Because I personally feel like, especially if you have kids involved, I think for me personally, that's a harder decision to make. You know, I'm not saying you wrong or anything. definitely not. But I'm just saying, for me, I don't know if I can be quick to make that decision today. When you know what I mean? Because I know how much it affects the kids. Let alone if you got businesses involved, you got to sell this, sell that. You know, it's like you work so hard to build yourself up or build, you know, this thing that you have together up, and then for it to just dissolve or for it to be tore down like it never happened. I don't know if I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying? If you really love the person, you're in love. Oh, okay. If you really in a person, you're really in love with the person you're in a relationship with, you won't let anyone else let anyone else love near you. Okay, I get, well, basically love. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. That's true too. That's true. Because you should always set boundaries. You know, I agree with you on that. Because you should always have boundaries, especially for friends, coworkers, associates. You know, I definitely agree with you on that because everybody shouldn't have the same access as your partner. Like for me, I would have a big issue if if my lady is just too friendly with every dude. You know what I'm saying? Especially you work with. It's like you got to create certain boundaries because I would do the same for you. You know, because I would never want my partner to feel like I'm just too open for everybody. You know what I mean? Like you're supposed to have some type of limitations for people not to have direct access to you. You know, because you do have to have space for your partner. Everybody shouldn't get the same access as your partner do. You know what I mean? Because it's like I think that's kind of where it, kind of starts. Kind of starts right there where you give people too much space and too much access, where they start to feel a little extra friendly. You know, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I don't know if it's worth destroying a whole relationship. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's worth it. Now, of course, repeative, if you continuously do certain things, yeah, I'm not having it. But I don't know though. You know? I don't know. I'm not saying I would accept it either, but I'm just saying I don't know if I can be quick to make a decision on, you know what I mean? Just because I know it's going to affect so many other things, and if it's children involved, it's going to alter, they thought process of mommy and daddy. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, I do feel, now I will say this, right? I do feel like, especially if you married, when they say better or for worse, what do you think the worse is? I think if it's a marriage, I think some people, I'm not saying it's cool for anybody to cheat or anything like that, but I'm just saying, where is the better and worse? Better or for worse? Oh wow. The only way I'm staying, if it's if we talking millions, really? Oh my goodness. So it's a dollar amount, huh? So if they got millions to spend on you, it don't even matter. He could be like Future then, huh? He can be like Future, T.I., Nelly, all of them, right? Have 5, 6 baby mamas, Bootsy. Be like, you know what I'm saying, little Bootsy. You can be all those, huh? It's all good. The floodgates is open. As long as I got millions to burn on you, okay. I'm just saying. Yeah. My goodness. So it's all about the bread, huh? But you see, you want to get rid of the money though. You know what I'm saying? I just said earlier, y'all might have a business together. You know what I'm saying? Y'all may have property together. You may have all these different things, and you willing to let all that go. But you saying you would stay if if we talking millions, but y'all could be building up to get that million, but you want to leave and take the kids. Bam, you go on. Pew. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, better off for the for the worst in sickness or health, rich or poor, not a third party unless we talking about the bread. Oh wow, come on now, for better for worse. What is the so hold up? If you say it like that, let's break it down. The better or for worse. What is the worst? It's not the worst is sickness, sickness or health. The worst is that it's not just for sickness. Okay, it's not just sickness. Where's the worst? That's kind. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to ride it out. You know, you're supposed to be leaving. You know what I mean? You don't supposed to be leaving. You're supposed to stay right there, for better or for worse. Not is sickness and health. No, it's separate. I'm gonna have to look that up because I think it'll say better for worse is the sickness or health. No, don't. uh, I'm just saying though. I'm telling you. See, that's the thing too. When you get married, man, you supposed to stick it out. Okay, all the old timers, you know what I'm saying? The older folks, they still stick around. Okay, they don't just be dipping out. This say the 1950s. I got options. See, that's the problem. You see, you try to say you got options. So hold up, how you know you got options? And you just you got a family, y'all got kids, y'all got all this stuff going on. How you know you got options? That mean you was looking already. Is that why that's why he was cheating? That's why he was cheating, because you saying you already got options. You know what I mean? You just left the house. Now all of a sudden you got options now? How you know you got options? See? You just left. You just took the kids. You at the lawyer office talking about I got options. uh, how you got options? Mm, 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 mm. So you was already thinking this way. Or you probably had somebody had them on a back burner just waiting for their turn. You know what I mean? One of them simp dudes. Just sitting around. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Dude, you shouldn't put up with that. You know, one of them probably got one of them passport bros. You know what I mean? Just sitting around. Yeah. Are you still with him? You ain't gonna leave. You should leave him now. Oh my goodness. So the money, hold up. So the money make the options. Oh my goodness. See, that's part of the problem. See, you part of the problem. It's not the money. Who said the money ain't got nothing to do with it? It's the fact that you saying that you always got options. How you supposed to have a healthy relationship when you just know you got options. That shouldn't even be a option. That shouldn't even be a conversation. It should be more of last resort. Okay, because you're supposed to be focusing on the better or for worse right now. That's what you're supposed to be focusing on. The better or for worse. Not I got my money. I got my own money. I got options. Mm-mm. See, terrible. Money equal options. If money don't solve the problem, then you ain't got enough. Oh my goodness. It's some truth to that. It's definitely some truth to it. But what I'm saying is if you lead down the road with the money, right, then if you both have money, you both have options, what are y'all building together if it's all about the money? See, it can't be all about the money. You know what I'm saying? Yes, the money definitely solve a lot of problems, but it doesn't solve the problem of your relationship. All that is just put a band-aid over things. You know what I'm saying? They just put a band-aid over it, but it doesn't really resolve anything. You just have money to make you, numb the pain or forget about your reality, but eventually you got to come back down to earth, you know what I'm saying? And still face the same situation. You just coating, you just putting a nice little candy coat over it, to make it look good, but the money don't solve it. It helps. Oh yeah. You know what I mean? Because I love going shopping. You know what I'm saying? You know what they say, shopping therapy. Oh yeah, I'm down, definitely down with that. But that still doesn't take away from the issue. It doesn't fix the issue in the relationship. So that's why I say the money, great to have, great resource, but that's not a good thing when you talk about relationship in the sense of this type of situation where I got money, I got options. Because then if you both have money, you both have options. So what are y'all really doing together? You know what I mean? Like in the sense of how are y'all building anything together? Because it's like if you ain't gonna do it, my money gonna do this for this one. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go over here with that one, and then you doing the same thing. So what are y'all really doing? Y'all just basically doing a swingers type relationship. You feel me? You know what I mean? Y'all kind of swinging together because y'all ain't really building nothing together. So come on now. I'm just saying. I could be wrong, but I'm just saying. You know? So I'm just saying. uh, I'm trying to say it. But it's like more than anything, though, right? Like I keep saying, cheating is definitely a horrible thing. I'm not condoning that. I'm not saying that's cool. None of that. But I just personally feel like when you building something with somebody and this occur, the cheating occur, I'm not so quick, or I don't think it should be a quick decision made in that moment. That's all I'm saying. You got to weigh out your options to see if this is if worth continuing or fighting for, or we just cut ties. Let's see the relationship been over if a third party, whoever we building together or apart, if he can turn his his love off, I have to turn mine off too. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But where's the if you both turn it off, okay, I'll give you that. But what if you both don't want to turn it off? What happens then? You know what I'm saying? I know he cheated, right? Let's say he cheated, right? But that don't mean that he doesn't love you anymore. You know? You don't believe in fighting, or don't believe in fighting to get a man back. If he wants to step out, I have to open the door for him. Okay, okay, player. Sheesh. He's gonna open the door because you got that money. You got that money. He can just go. Dang, you cold over there. I gotta give it to you. You cold. That's because y'all, y'all Chicago chicks, man. Y'all gangsta over there, man. You just saying, I got the money. I got options. You know what I mean? It's over with. I ain't fighting. I ain't fighting to get you back. I'm finna help you pack your bags and get the. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna get the dough and call an Uber for you, huh? Got the Uber outside waiting on you. Dang. Minaj Fever. I gotta get. I put some respect on your name. Sheesh, man. You know what I mean? Goodness gracious. He may still have love for me, but he is not in love with me at this point. At that point, yeah. I mean, I I don't know if I completely agree with that. Only because what if y'all been having a rough patch, right? You know, you had a rough patch. You know, it was one of them dark, steamy nights. One of them Stevie J nights. Stevie J from Love and Hip Hop, one of them dark, steamy nights, you know what I'm saying? And it just, he slipped and fell in it, you know what I mean? He wasn't trying to, it was just, the opportunity presented itself and unfortunate things happen, you know? You know what I'm saying? But he was going to get right back. Like Jay-Z said, I was just effing them girls. I was going to come right back. You know what I'm saying? You don't supposed to, what he say? You don't supposed to get me back like that? Sheesh. Man. You know what I'm saying? I just think personally, it shouldn't be so quick. Decisions shouldn't be quick so made so quickly. He was trying to help his cousin take the take the groceries in. Yeah, that's what was happening. You know what happened? He was helping his cousin take the groceries in. He find out that wasn't his cousin. You know what I mean? And she offered him some cheesecake. You feel me? And next thing how cheesecake. You know how you eat that cheesecake, man. I love cheesecake. So it's like he got the cheesecake, the thick one, and it's moist at the same time. You know what I mean? He just slipped and fell in it. He wasn't trying to. He was just trying to be he was trying to be a helpful citizen. You know what I mean? Try to just, hey, let me help you out with your groceries today. And unfortunate events happen, but he wasn't trying to. He was just trying to be a good Samaritan. There it is. He was trying to be a good Samaritan. You know what I mean? And he got finessed because the lady offered him cheesecake. You know what I'm saying? He loved cheesecake like me. You know what I'm saying? And next thing just unfortunate events happen. It was an unfortunate situation. There was no love involved. And see, that's the other thing too, Most guys, it's not love. It's not like they love the other person. You know, it was just an unfortunate situation that happened, and that was it. You know what I mean? That was it. It was no extra. Wasn't no extra kissing and I love you. No, it wasn't none of that. You know. But I agree with you though. I agree with you. I think that it is weak of a man. I'll say that. But speaking from the man point of view, it is very weak of a man to put himself in that position, one, and two, not to respect his partner enough to not want to do it. Yeah, he is. Yeah, if he's gambling with it with our relationship, that let me know he doesn't deserve me in the first place. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. I'm having a little fun with you at the same time, but I agree. I personally feel like that way because, be honest with you, it all come back to self control. You know what I mean? It's all self control. You know what I'm saying? Because let's be honest, I don't care who you with, it's always somebody out there that you're gonna find more attractive. But the difference is you can find somebody else attractive and that's it. It's not like you looking to go home with them. You're not looking to do nothing with them. You know what I'm saying? You just like, oh, that's a beautiful woman. For me, okay, it's a beautiful woman. But I'm not trying to go home with her. You know what I'm saying? I just seen something that looked good. You know what I mean? That's it. But taking it home and getting, no, I'm not trying to do none of that because I know what I have at home. I know what's valuable to me at home. So I wouldn't cross that line. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't cross the line. And I think it is very weak of, that's why I said partner, guy or girl, whoever. It's very weak of a partner to cheat on their mate. You know what I'm saying? Because you right. The trust, even if you get them back, it's never the same. The trust isn't the same. Definitely love is not going to be the same. I mean, you can fight for it, but it's like it's like when you get a new car, you know what I mean? You get a new car and then somebody damaged the seats or still in the car and steal something out of the vehicle, you're gonna feel like violated, disrespected, like, dang, somebody been in this car. Like I'm the only one that used to be in this car, but somebody literally broke in, stole, took some stuff. Like you're gonna always have that memory forever. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you leave your car parked somewhere, you come back, the window busted out. You feel me? They didn't took speakers out, whatever change you had in there. Like those memories, you're gonna remember that for the rest of your life. So it's like in a relationship, your partner should have more respect for you to know that I don't want to risk this and I don't want to hurt my partner in this type of way, especially when you're talking about a third party or, you know, just some random individual they dealing with. Like you're gonna just risk everything for this. Yeah. So I agree with you. I do. I mean, it all come back to self control though, you know? And unfortunately, not everybody have it. And sometimes age don't even have nothing to do with it. It can be somebody older. It's not even just young folks doing that. It's some of these older folks out here doing it too. So discipline is key, man. It really is. You know? But I just think, I mean, outside of that though, I really feel like when you build something up, it's not easy for you to, I don't feel like it's not easy for you to let it go. Or I would think it's not easy for you to just let it go because of the history you have with this person and whatever, you have built together for it to just say, "Oh, I'm gone. I got options." I just feel like Knowing what I know today, I don't know, depending on how it happened and who it happened with, of course, would matter. But I don't know if it's worth of destroying everything that I done built together. You feel me? So I think that's another factor for me to make me think twice about leaving, to not leave. I'm not saying I won't leave, but I'm just saying I will at least give it more consideration, just for the fact that I know what we built together and what we have together, if it's worth salvaging. You feel me? You know, because it's hard out here for a bit when you're trying to get the money for the rent. But it get hard out there, man. And sometimes the grass is not greener on the other side either, though. That's the crazy part, because you can have options, but they don't mean they good options. You feel me? And especially in today's market, some of these folks out here, the lifestyle you might not like may look good. Like I said, the grass always look greener on the other side, but once you get over there, maybe muddy. You know what I'm saying? Got some quicksand over there. You got all type of things where you can't see on surface level. But once you step in it, you like, oh, I don't know if this was worth it. You know what I mean? So, you know, but I agree with you though. It's the ultimate disrespect. More than anything, I'm the type. I'm just more about just having respect for me, and that's all fall in the same line. If you have respect for me, you're not gonna allow somebody to get that close for you to even allow, or for this accidentally anything. You know what I mean? Because that's all to me, having respect for me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Especially when you know you got a good partner, somebody that's there for you, been there for you. For me to just throw all that away for what? Because somebody look better, or body is, you know what I mean, is more attractive physically. That don't mean mentally we're gonna be stimulated. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't just be so quick. I definitely wouldn't be quick to definitely cheat. And more than anything, I don't know if it's even worth cheating for, because I know what I have at home, but I don't know who this person, what they're eventually going to be, or who they're faking not to be. You know what I mean? So it get heavy though. But I gotta agree with you. I gotta agree with you. You know? But I think that's it for tonight. I'm gonna come back live tomorrow. I appreciate you tapping in with me too, Minaj Fever. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And I have to switch it up, because I've been talking about Nicki Minaj for all week. Hey, y'all got to give me a break from Nicki Minaj now. We say he was gambling with with my life when he cheated, and the fact that he found out is disrespectful within himself. I wouldn't be able to look at him anymore. Hold on, let me see. It's like he doesn't care about me. Yeah, no, I agree with you. Yeah, I agree with it. But I just think, if you, yeah, yeah. I'll say this though before I go. I just think, man, sometimes you got to step back. Maybe you need separation, but sometimes it may not be worth leaving. That's my opinion. You know what I'm saying? It may not be worth leaving, because at least to a degree, you know what you're dealing with, than going out there in the free market, and then you don't know exactly what's in that market. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm gonna shut it down now. But I appreciate you though, Minaj Fever. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you tap back in with me. I'm gonna go live if you want to watch some other videos on my live tab. I definitely got a lot of content there. And I appreciate you for commenting on the live with me. So you have a good night. I'll say this. I am Sean B. Stolen. Until next time. Peace. I'll see y'all tomorrow.